setback for the Pack. Hi, I'm Mike. The Packers head to Cleveland tomorrow to play the Browns Sunday at noon. Now, yesterday, Tucker Kraft went down with a knee injury and had to undergo testing. Head coach Matt LaFleur at today's press conference on what happened to their leading tight end.
He was practicing and got hurt. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. I don't think it'll be long term. So that's a positive.
Is IR a possibility?
I don't believe so.
College football, the Badgers at home tomorrow at Camp Randall against Maryland. Game time 11 a.m. It's Wisconsin's first conference game of the season. The Brewers with another win. They beat the Angels 5-2, completing a 3-game sweep. Tonight, the Brewers in St. Louis against the Cards. The magic number now at 4.
Tough road trip coming up with travel and all that kind of stuff. Night game, travel the next day and play. Can't take anything for granted. Just got to keep banging away.
That's Pat Murphy with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
As Wisconsin is saying the word bag instead of bag. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Tonight and tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Low tonight, upper 50s. High tomorrow in the low 70s. Partly sunny Sunday, maybe a stray shower, high mid-70s. Drier and pleasant weather into much of next week. It's 69 degrees right now.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
This week, we sit down with Wisconsin Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski, and she talks about her run for lieutenant governor.
Rational Revolution. Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who never leaves the house without wearing a cup, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Night Light, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Great to have you here with me tonight. Got a great show for you. We are going to kick off the weekend in style. For many of you, it's already started. Maybe you're at a happy hour. Should we try it? Would it be, you think people would get upset if they were at happy hour and they put on a radio show like ours?
I think it would be pretty cool.
I think it'd be great. I would love the challenge of trying to entertain drunken maniacs.
Toss a couple back and listen to Nightlight.
Exactly. That's the voice of Conrad Krieger working the board tonight. The kid Conrad Krieger. We're going to talk about in a few minutes one of Conrad's favorite shows. I feel like, I trust your judgment. We've talked about enough TV and movies where I feel like we're, mostly on the same page. I have to watch How I Met Your Mother. I've just never, I don't know. And I can't see myself. I will, because of our working together, I'll go back and check it out. But is there like a network sitcom you'd go back and watch? You're doing it with Seinfeld, I guess, but that's an iconic show.
Yeah.
Nothing really jumps out at me.
The only thing that jumps out, Seinfeld, How I Met Your Mother, and The Office, I feel like are the big three comedy
kind of the last ones
that you go back to those and you can laugh every episode.
Right. I would say Modern Family was more recent than Seinfeld and The Office. And I think that's a great show. But yeah, as far as network shows, nothing really gets me. And like I said, I'll go back and watch. I am going to check out How I Met Your Mother one of these days. But nothing other than that really. Oh, God, look at this guy trying to parallel park out here. That's awesome. student driver. He's going to back right up into the window here. I just got off on a tangent there, folks. But I will check out How I Met Your Mother, and I'm going to take a quiz. Conrad is going to give me a quiz in a few minutes. It's quiz night here.
It is
at Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. So we've got our guest tonight, our Stuart Waddles he is the Southeast Wisconsin news director here at Civic Media. He will be here at 6:35. We're going to talk about Dolly Parton, who made a big announcement this week. We'll talk a little bit maybe about Robert Redford, because I can't seem to let that go, see what Stuart's take is. And he's going to just kind of fill us in and tell us what's going on in Southeast Wisconsin. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Barr Band Friday night. Our pal Terry Barr is here with new music and outstanding conversation. It is always fun to talk to Terry. Friday nights were made for Terry Barr. So we'll do all of that tonight. We got a great question, and we hope desperately that you will be part of the show. And phone lines are open. Text us whatever's on your mind throughout the course of the show, and we will read it on the radio. So with that said, we've got, it's Friday. Everybody's kind of thinking about the NFL. And you got your Packers are playing on Sunday at noon against the Browns.
Yes.
My nephew Griff is a big Browns fan. He grew up, my sister Molly and her family. Believe me, they have their beefs with the Cleveland Browns. It's not a well-run organization.
No, definitely
But they're
not.
big fans. They still go. And
you got to love that.
I do. I appreciate loyalty to one's team, even if especially if it's a team. Like, it's easy for you to be a Packer fan. You've had a pretty good run, dude. They have been good your entire life.
Yeah, that's true.
They've won a Super Bowl. They won one a few years before you were born. That's kind of cool. And so, I'm not saying you're less of a fan because you have a good team to root for and they make it kind of easy, but you're less of a fan. No, but it's true. If your team stinks, it's a little more admirable, wouldn't you say?
I would say just sticking through them, sticking through the bad years. I would definitely say so.
I have never been a bandwagon fan. I do have teams that I like. Like, I like the Steelers. I like the family owns it. They're kind of like the McCaskies, only successful, at least in the last 30, 40 years. I like the Steelers. Always kind of liked the Niners. I thought they were a well-run organization for a while. And this is going to sound weird. I like the other NFC North teams. I mean, I think Detroit is a great story because Detroit has been through hell. The city is on a rebound, and I think that's a great story. And people at Detroit are gritty Midwesterners. And the Twin Cities I like. It was a good comedy town. I don't mind the Vikings. So I don't really hate any of the NFC North teams. But there are teams I hate. That's a question one night. What NFL team do you always root against?
Yeah, I got a big answer for that one.
Who is it?
The Cowboys.
Yeah, same. I think everybody, unless you're a Cowboy fan, no one's indifferent on the Cowboys.
I just disagree with that nickname that they give themselves.
Yeah.
America's team.
Because you think it should be the Packers.
Yeah, any other team besides besides the Browns, but
besides the Browns, right? No, I agree. I don't know, and there's teams I love to hate, and the Cowboys are one of them. Whenever one of the New York teams is on for whatever reason, I have no interest in watching the Giants. They usually suck.
Yeah,
the Jets are a joke. Yeah, neither one of those teams. So I don't know. We got off on a tangent there too, but that's a good question. We'll do that soon too. So lots of football this weekend. The Badgers play Maryland. I know. We'll see what happens there. I have a lifelong Badger friend, my friend Mike, who said if they lose tomorrow, Fickle will be fired this year.
Yeah,
and I thought that was interesting.
He's definitely on the hot seat. I'll give him. Yeah, I'll tell him that.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so that's the show tonight. A great show. Let's get to the question of the night. Here's the Nightlight question of the night, ladies.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question. Pregunta. Question. Hey, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda. Question.
Questions.
It's National Love Your Lunch Day. A weird day. So tonight's question is, what is in your sack lunch? You got to brown bag it, folks. What's in your sack lunch? I'd love to know. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC, or you can text us on the app, or drop us a stream comment at YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, X-Twitter. If you're watching the radio, we will read your text. Phone lines are open. Let us know. I'm going to let you go first. I don't know. You kind of were born after the whole sack lunch thing. I think people still brown bag it, so to speak, but they got their coolers and their thermoses and,
I think my mom kept it pretty simple for me, which was great. It was just PB&J. I feel like maybe some other type of sandwich, but I feel like most days PB&J, some chips, some fruit in there.
Yeah.
And then a little dessert. So maybe a little candy bar or something like that.
Oh, Mrs. Krieger. Are you like the sweetest mom ever?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you're going to say. You're biased. I'm saying she sounds like an excellent mother. And I don't, when I was a kid, it was peanut butter sandwich, taco flavored Doritos. I don't think nacho flavor was even invented yet. This is like late 70s. And I had the peanut butter sandwich. I had taco Dorito. I would put the taco Doritos on the peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, bad boy.
My mom would pack like an apple, which I'd never eat. And then we'd get milk. It was Catholic school in Chicago. So we'd get like, and my mom was one of those that she didn't want us to have chocolate milk. Even though now it's kind of a healthy thing. Gives you a little.
It's a staple in the lunchroom. It's just milk or chocolate milk.
Yeah. So that's my sack lunch. Now, as an adult, here's what I'm doing. I'm going reheated Chinese food. That's what I would do. That's what I would bring to work. If I brought my lunch to work, I'd probably bring leftover Chinese food.
What if you didn't have leftover Chinese food from the day before?
I don't know. Because
would you go to a Chinese restaurant before?
Yeah, I'd probably go to a Chinese buffet.
Leave it out for like 5 hours and then grab it.
And then mow it at lunch. I would probably do that. I'd probably there's a Chinese buffet down the street,
I didn't know that.
We've never hit that. We should hit that. I'm never here early enough. But if I'm ever here for lunch, we should hit the Chinese buffet because we have one in Marinette. Pardon me. And I love Chinese buffet. It's like there's something about it. It's like liberating. It's like I can eat as much as I want. And you never do. You slow down. You go back for that second plate and then like 4 bites in, you're like, whoa, okay. This is all going to waste.
Yes.
I'm sorry, God. I'm wasting more food. But I do love a Chinese buffet.
You know what I'm a sucker for at a Chinese buffet?
Crab rangoons.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll have about 4 or 5 of those things, and then I'm full, and I'm like, all right.
Well, they're good for you. It's seafood. I mean,
yeah, it's great. Not the cream cheese in it's really good for you.
It's dairy. No, I love the one we have in Marinette. It's I think I told you I went home one night and it was like 8. This is so weird. It's 8:30. I thought they closed at 9, and I called and I thought, I'm in. I made it back in time. I could put a box together and take it home and eat some Chinese food tonight. And I call and I go, hey, are you up until 9? No, 10 more minutes. I go, you close at 8:40? She goes, yes. Like, all right, I'll be right there. So odd, but I did it. I like the orange chicken or the General Tso's chicken. They have chow mein noodles I've been reintroduced to. I like, but yeah, I like all that stuff. And they have cocktail weenies, which is a nice delicacy at the Chinese buffet.
I'm trying to think of a buffet I went to that had cocktail weenies.
It's not. Who's eating that?
I don't know.
Nobody. First of all, nobody is eating cocktail weenies. Even if you have a gourmet recipe at home, you're not making cocktail weenies. You're certainly not eating them when you go to the Chinese buffet. And the other thing they have for dessert is royal fudge stripes out of the box, like out of the cookie.
Yeah.
It's like they just like went to the grocery store and kind of weird. So, all right. But the question is, backtracking, what is in your sack lunch? You can tell us what you brought to school for lunch in a brown bag or your lunch box, or what you bring now. No right or wrong answers, folks. There's only your answers, and they're all wonderful. So let us know. So we have a quiz. We'll do that after the break, I think. But why don't you set it up? Why don't you tell people what you...
Well, How I Met Your Mother is my favorite show of all time.
Right.
I've rewatched it probably about 9 times now through.
Wait a minute. You've watched every season 9 times through.
My brother introduced this to me when I was like 14 or something around there.
Okay.
And I fell in love with it the first 2 episodes. Like it catches you so fast, and it's hilarious. All the characters, the group that they have is, the main 5 are just so great.
Yeah.
Together. And
you mean it's funny from the get-go?
It is
what you're saying. Like you're hooked immediately.
The chemistry these characters have in it is just amazing. Like it seems like every time I come back to it, it feels like I'm visiting old friends. That's how it feels like. And
yeah, that's a great show. That's a comfort show.
And I have this quiz that I made because there's 9 seasons of it, And, you know, it really gained popularity in around the third season.
Okay.
And with that comes a lot of guest stars. And there's some ones, I made a quiz that's like, was this person in it or not? And you not knowing How I Met Your Mother, I think makes it better.
It's so random. It's just like, but I'll see. Maybe I'll do all right.
You know, it's not like you have to do well on it. It's just,
No.
I think it's cool, the names that have been on the show.
Okay.
And some of the names, you're going to be like, really? They were on it?
I think I'm going to do okay just because I've worked with you for a while now, and I think maybe I can guess what you're going for when someone hasn't been on the show. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So we'll do that, folks, after a quick break. But also, I think I teased that this is quiz night here on Friday, but I don't think I said what we were doing. Stuart J. Waddles will be here at 6:35. We'll talk to Stuart a little bit, and then he's the one that told me about this Dolly Parton event. So I thought, he's a fan. We're going to give Stuart a Dolly Parton quiz. She is an American treasure, ladies and gentlemen. You could tell us your favorite Dolly Parton song or movie or whatever. Text us, drop a stream comment, whatever, be part of the show. But Stuart will take our quiz. We are becoming known all over the world for our Nightlight quizzes. In fact, we just started getting texts from North Korea.
Really?
Unfortunately, I'm not bilingual, so they feel ignored. But it's nice to know they're listening. So we'll do all that. But right now, when we come back, I am going to take Conrad's How I Met Your Mother quiz and tell you about a movie I am looking forward to more than I have any other movie in like a year. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network. Never had.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Your local Civic Media radio station is your source for real news and great conversation, plus fun and exciting contests. For a complete list of contest rules, log on WGBW.
Friday, folks. You could let that play, Con. Great song. Kind of doesn't really make sense because he's kind of personifying days of the week. Great song. Happy feel-good song, and hope you're having a happy and feel-good Friday, folks, as we head into segment number 2 here on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on a Friday night. It is a Barr Band Friday night. Terry Barr will be here at 7:35. My pal Stuart Waddles will be here at 6:35. He's going to take a Dolly Parton quiz. Right now, I'm going to take a How I Met Your Mother quiz. This is kind of a fun tangential quiz, but first I'm going to tell you, Paul Thomas Anderson, I cannot wait to see this movie, One Battle After Another. It does not open until next Friday, but it's Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, who I don't know if anybody plays a better badass than Sean Penn. And Leo DiCaprio is great. And Paul Thomas Anderson, supposedly this is his most anticipated movie in 20 years. It's getting close to, it's at 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, 80 reviews in, and it doesn't even open until a week from tonight. But a lot of people have seen it. That's when you know you have a good film. They're not scared to show it to critics a week out. And I don't even know how old these reviews are. This could be from 2 weeks out. But this film, I am very excited. I'm a little too excited. I think my expectations are way too high. But,
did you see how long the movie is? 2 hours and 50 minutes.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because of the reviews. If it was getting like a 41%, I wouldn't even go see it. But there are some movies that are that long that I don't want them to end.
You know,
and I hope this is one.
I just wanted to see the cast of it, and Sean Penn's name in this film is Stephen J. Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, I know. It's
what a name.
It's terrible. Benicio del Toro's in it. Love him. Regina Hall, great. It's going to be a fun movie. I'm feeling good about it, but we'll see. All right, so I have never seen the show How I Met Your Mother. It's Conrad's favorite show of all time, and we're going to do a quiz. He put together a quiz for me on, he's going to name a guest star or potential guest star, alleged guest star, and I have to guess if this person was really on the show or not.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned why we're talking about How I Met Your Mother. I can't.
Good point.
It is.
Dropped today,
It's
right?
the 20th anniversary of the show. It came out in 2005 today.
Okay.
So it means a lot to me. So that's,
and it went 9 seasons?
9 seasons.
9 seasons.
Yeah. And
right.
do you want to get started?
Let's do it.
All right.
We've got some time.
Special guest appearances in How I Met Your Mother. Were they not
Yes or
on
no?
the show? Or yeah. So the first one is Justin Bieber. Was he on the show or was he not?
Wait a minute. When did the show go off the air? 2016?
Yes. So it was 2016.
Yeah, he did it.
No.
Damn you, Conrad. See, normally I would say no because he's all right, just whatever. I'm not going to make an excuse. I'm 0 for 1.
Okay. The next one, Bob Barker. Was he on the show?
No.
He was.
Come on.
And he plays hilarious in it. It's Barney doesn't know his father in the show, and his mom, he was bothering his mom about it when he was younger. He's like, "Mom, who's my dad?" And she just points at the screen. That guy. And it was Bob Barker.
And was it
so
really?
his whole life he believed that it was Bob Barker.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. So he actually meets Bob Barker in the show and has an awkward moment with him, being like, "You dead?"
That's great. Okay.
All right.
0 for 2.
Yes.
This is not going well.
John Cena.
No.
Correct. You got that one. All right.
This is graded on a curve, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Next one, Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
Correct. He plays Ted's architect boss, and he sucks.
As a person.
As a person in the show.
All right.
Great acting, terrible person in the show. All right, next
2
one.
for 2. Or 2 for 4.
Will Forte.
Yes.
Correct. I don't even know how to explain his character. It's terrible.
All right.
All right. Mark Ruffalo.
No.
No, he was not.
I know my Wisconsin homeboy.
All right.
Fellow Toluca baseball parent. Okay. What am I? 4 for 6?
Yes, 4 for 6.
67%. If I was a quarterback, I'd be headed to the Pro Bowl.
All right. Seth Green.
Yeah.
He plays a really, really creepy college, like one of their friends in college, and he stalks Marshall and Lily all the time.
Here, my thinking on that was he was kind of big in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I really like Seth Green. Didn't do much, and I thought, yeah, he would do that. And a lot of people like him, so I could see them offering him a walk-on role.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wayne Knight.
Yeah.
He plays Barney's stepbrother.
Oh, nice. So I'm 6 for 8?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Here's the next one. John Lithgow.
Oof. No.
Oh, I've mentioned this to you.
Have you?
He plays Barney's long-lost father.
And he's in everything. I went kind of against my instincts there. Okay.
Jennifer Lopez.
No.
She was.
What?
She was in one episode, and she plays Hard to Get with Barney.
So now I'm 6 for 10?
6 for 10.
All right.
Kanye West.
No.
Correct.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
He was.
Really?
And he didn't have an actual role. He was just in the background of one shot.
I love that.
He just loved the show so much.
Oh, that's
all right.
fun.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
She was one episode.
Okay.
All right, last one. Regis Philbin.
Oh, man. Yes.
He was.
Whoa! Get down on it. What am I, 8 for 12?
Yeah, you did pretty good for not, not seeing the show.
And I went against my instincts twice, so I could have done better. Excuses. Our question of the night, folks. What's in your sack lunch? It's like National Lunch Day or something. Janet says homemade chicken and veggie soup on social media. Great, Janet. Eric Ratzek, our pal Stretch, says turkey sandwich, the classic American meal. And my buddy Vince Morano says beef jerky in a 40-ounce. We are coming right back, folks, with Stuart J. Waddles. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Here we are now, entertainers of the lotto.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW, as Wisconsin is cheering on the Brew Crew. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
From the 97.9 WGBW Newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update.
If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, the Wet Whistle Wine Fest is happening in Algoma. Tonight's admission is free, featuring the timeless local band Rocker. If you feel like stomping some grapes, well, you can cheer on WGBW's afternoon guy Eric Westfall, who will join other local celebrities in kicking off the event tomorrow with a celebrity stomp. Or get in on the action yourself. Saturday admission is $10. All proceeds from the event go back into the community of Algoma. Heads up for folks who frequent downtown Green Bay. Part of Washington Street will be closed next week. The section between Cherry and Pine Streets closes on Monday, September 22nd through Friday, the 26th, for utility work on an apartment complex. So just leave yourself enough time to navigate the side streets if you usually drive that way. President Donald Trump is now suggesting the FCC revoke TV licenses for broadcasters giving him too much bad publicity. Trump's comments came one day after FCC Chairman Brendan Carr threatened to take action against Disney and ABC for Jimmy Kimmel's comments on the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Last Wednesday, ABC announced that it would indefinitely remove Kimmel's late-night talk show over his opening monologue. Here in Green Bay, that means Celebrity Family Feud will be airing following WBAY's 10 p.m. newscast. It's not the first time Trump has called for canceling broadcast licenses. The president said last month that he would be, quote, totally in favor of revoking FCC licenses for NBC and ABC because they gave him, quote, 97% bad stories, unquote. With news at the top and the bottom of the hour, all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. The new season of Saturday Night Live is just around the corner, and the show has announced guest hosts for the first 3 episodes of season 51. The new season premieres October 4 and will feature Bad Bunny as the show's host. This will be Bad Bunny's first time hosting, although he's appeared previously as a musical guest. The musical guest on October 4th will be Doja Cat. Week 2 will feature SNL alum Amy Poehler. On October 11th, she will be joined by musical guest Role Model. Amy Poehler was a regular cast member from 2001 to 2004. 608 and a former Weekend Update anchor. This will be her second solo stint as a host on the show. She previously hosted with Tina Fey in 2015 and hosted solo in 2010. Sabrina Carpenter will pull double duty as both host and musical guest on October 18th. Her album Man's Best Friend just debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 in August. She's been a musical guest, but this will be Carpenter's hosting debut. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin is hitting the road on your Harley, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Tonight and tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Low tonight, upper 50s. High tomorrow in the low 70s. Partly sunny Sunday, maybe a stray shower, high mid-70s. Drier and pleasant weather into much of next week. It's 67 right now.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Welcome back. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me, folks, on this Friday night. A gorgeous Friday night. Technically still summer, but it feels like fall, and I'm going to go with that. You know, Conrad, every time you show up fresh from the beauty parlor with your haircut, I always make a comment. You haven't said jack about my ridiculously handsome haircut, and I'm not, I've about had it with your crap.
I'm kind of intimidated, so I couldn't say anything.
Well, I understand that. Okay. You're forgiven. Let's find out. You know what? My first question for our next guest is going to be, I want to ask Stuart about how often he used to get his haircut. He's one of those dudes that looks awesome, like bald. Some guys just pull off that look. And now let's get into it. What am I talking? Stuart is here he's on the stream, and I'm just talking about him and speculating. He's giving himself a scalp massage.
It's not that bad.
Stuart Waddles, he covers news here for Civic Media. He's the news director for Southeast Wisconsin at Civic Media. Joins us now, as he has often in the past. We love when Stuart drops by. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, well, thanks. I just decided one day I was getting a little thin up here and decided to go for it.
It feels
There was
great,
a point where I was
doesn't
I was going with like an actual razor. Now I went on Amazon and I found like a barber's professional, the closest you can get with a buzz.
Okay. And you can do that yourself? Like you
I
don't
can.
need to...
Well, I'm doing all of it. I mean, as long as I do all of it, I'm all right.
How often do you have to do it, Stuart?
It kind of depends on my well-being. Every couple days.
Let me ask you this, because I know a friend who does that, and he looks awesome bald. And he's like, I'm more handsome. I look better bald than I did with hair. Do you put yourself in that category?
Well, there's a reason I did it.
Right.
But yeah, it started to get a little thin up here, and I was like, yeah, you don't like to move it over here. And I used to have nice, beautiful, luscious hair like you, Pete. Look at you. What kind of product are you using? That's not Brill cream. I can tell it's not Brill cream. It's something that's oily but not too oily.
I use Brill Cream and I use electric shave when I do my face. So no, I just the cheap stuff. I get whatever is on sale and
Okay.
for product, but and it doesn't. What kind of stays in your hair for a long time?
Well, I think it looks good. I'm not sure if Conrad said anything
you.
or not, but
He didn't say a word, Stuart.
Yeah,
and you know what?
come on, Connie.
I'm not saying like he's not a good person, but this is just getting to be a little bit too much. But it is great to have you here, buddy. How have you
good to
been?
be
We
here.
haven't talked in a while. We haven't talked since Bluey, and that was so fun.
that was a lot of fun. And have you watched any of it? Have you come across a few episodes? Have you watched Unicourse?
No, I haven't. But I will say regarding Bluey, when my kids were home, 24 and 20, I made them sit through with my wife an episode of Bluey, and it was the one where the kid was dreaming.
That's the one. Did it get you?
God, it just got me. And with having the kids there, and they always know I bawl so easily, and they make fun of me, and it's terrible. But it was really what a great show. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and go watch the last two. I can't even have some of these final episodes that they've done on just because they're so heart wrenching and well done. And but then the episode before that, like the dad's playing a game where he's given birth, and Disney has like scrubbed that one. Like there was a while, there's one episode that they don't show in the States because they think it's too graphic. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't. It's Bluey, so it doesn't get too crazy. But yeah. It's a great show.
When did people get so soft? When did they get scared of a kid show or comedians or what? What is happening?
It's one of the best ones because he's pretending. Like people don't know the dad is like a heavy player. He pretends hard and he brings the neighbor dad into it where the neighbor dad just joins in and it's hilarious just because he gives up what he's doing. And it's a great show. Movie coming out in a couple of years.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Hey, are you you're a movie fan, but I don't know how often you get to the theater because you have young kids. But have you heard of this film opening with Leo DiCaprio and Sean Penn, the One Battle After Another? It's a Paul Thomas Anderson film.
No, not
Very
at all.
excited about this. I'll probably be talking about that quite a bit over the next. It opens next week, but I want to ask you, what do you have? Did you take a sack lunch to school when you were younger?
Oh
Stu?
yeah, I packed it myself starting in like second or third grade. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Folks are working. I got to get stuff done. So it was PB and J with the Conrad. Ruffles were a ruffled variety. Didn't have to be specifically Ruffles. And then the trick is once you get there at the lunch table, you open up the sandwich, place the chip inside. That's the move.
Yes, I'm so with you there. And did you ever trade or try to swap with other people at the table? Because I could never have pudding. My mom was not a big processed sweets person. I couldn't have pudding. I never had Pop-Tarts or anything like that.
No
and I
Little
craved
Debbies?
them. No, maybe the occasional Little Debbie. Not that that's any better, but yeah.
Well, that's the other thing in my sack. That's a Swiss cake roll, maybe one of those peanut butter things. And there was a couple of when you went on a field trip, you get to bring a soda with. So if I could put a big red in there, we got a successful trip to the museum.
That's great. What is happening in Southeast Wisconsin, buddy? You're the guy down there, man.
There's a lot
you're
going
at
on.
WRJN. It's such a great station. You're hanging with Don Rosen and Chris Morrow and all these swell gents. What's happening?
Well, they're buying signals too. I don't know if you read the trades at all, Pete, but they picked up a few signals in the metro area in Milwaukee. So RJN
100.3, yeah.
RJN is
WAK.
being put into the big city. AUK is on an additional signal. So exciting changes possibly coming to AUK. Real big on that. News-wise, you probably heard about Microsoft, right? The big data center. It's getting even bigger.
Oh, yeah.
They call it the world's largest supercomputer, and it's going to be like on my way to the mall, which is going to be strange.
Wow. That is really cool.
The other thing that's kind of cool is, it's been cool for the last 30 years when they've been talking about it, but a rail service connecting Milwaukee to Kenosha. And in Kenosha is the end of the line for the Metro train getting into Chicago. So theoretically, if they could put this all together, you can hop on a train in Oak Creek and get down to Chicago and vice versa. Make your way all the way up to the megalopolis. So that's something that's being worked on. And then the Port Bar downtown Kenosha, they're getting closer to that Al Molinaro statue. And we've talked about this before.
Serious?
Kenosha's very own Al Molinaro, chachi, chachi, chachi.
Yeah.
There's a bar downtown that's they're working on putting up an Al statue. They're in contact with his widow, and that's progressing. They're doing fundraisers, and they're moving that along. Thought you'd be interested in that.
Absolutely. And I didn't know he wasn't around anymore.
Oh, he passed. Yeah, it's been a while.
Did he really?
Yeah, when I worked at Tenuda's, have you heard of Tenuda's, a big famous restaurant in Kenosha? Or not a restaurant.
No.
There is a restaurant called Tenuda's. I'm talking about the delicatessen. Anyway,
No,
when
I
I
have
worked
not.
there, Al came in and I took his groceries out once.
So wait a minute. Did he
Yeah.
really live in Kenosha?
Yeah. Supported a
That's
lot of
where he-
local causes. He came down to Coho Rama all the time.
Oh man, we got to do a deep dive into that one night, Stuart.
I could
That's so
find
great.
the organizers of that thing. That'd be a fun segment.
Absolutely, yeah. I didn't know that, and so I assumed during the Happy Days years he lived out like in L.A. near the soundstage or whatever. But
Yeah,
then
but
he
he was-
came back. Yeah.
Yeah, he came back around, and so that should be exciting. They're gonna put the Al Molinaro statue up, so you could come here, check out that one, then go on up and see Fonz, and maybe
Is it wrong? Is it wrong
Chachi
that
will
I'm
come, or it's Chachi from up your way.
No, Scott Baio can.
No?
I don't think so. We'll see.
That's
I'm
more of an
excited-
Oshkosh idea.
I'm more excited about the Al Molinaro statue than I am the Microsoft thing, and I don't know what that says about me, but I think
I
it
know.
sounds
That's why I put it in my bullet points. I knew I got to hit the serious stuff, but the important stuff, the hard hitting Pete Schwaba news, I include that.
That's my speed, Al Molinaro. That's awesome. So we were talking about How I Met Your Mother. Before we get to Dolly Parton, we've got big Dolly Parton news, Stuart, too, by the way. Tell us what happened. Let's just tease it. What happened this week?
She's doing better. She was supposed to be at a Dollywood event celebrating this big roller coaster. They're putting like $500 million into a renewal, new coasters and such at Dollywood. She was supposed to be there. However, last minute she didn't show up. Apparently, she's got a kidney stone. She's not feeling well, and at least me, I'm on edge. She lost Carl Dean. She lost Carl Dean like 6 months ago, and
I know.
sometimes that can get weird when folks have been together like 60 years and one goes away. So I'm on Dolly watch.
Even if you never heard about the guy, it can be weird because they obviously had some like you heard of. I knew she was married to, but he was so out of the spotlight.
Yeah,
Right.
and again for 60 years out of the spotlight.
Yeah. Right. No,
Which
that's
again,
exactly-
so again, I'm on Dolly watch, and she's again America's sweetheart, and she's 79.
She's fantastic. All right, we're going to do the quiz soon. We'll talk more
Okay.
about Dolly Parton. I have to ask you though, what it's regarding sitcoms. I know we've talked about 80s stuff before, but Conrad loves How I Met Your Mother. Where are you at? Like, what kind of sitcom do you relax with, Stuart? If
30
any?
Rock, I think the greatest
Oh,
show ever made.
nice.
I mean, there's
Wow.
more jokes per second in that show than any show I've ever seen. And then you can even go back and watch 20 years later now, and there's things that, oh my goodness, how did I miss that? But yeah,
Yeah.
30 Rock's top of the list.
Do you want to know? I've only seen like 3 episodes of that.
Oh,
It's one of
Pete.
the. I know it's one of those shows that I watch and I laughed and I loved it, and I'm just like, I was on to I don't know, The Wire or whatever. I just the sitcoms.
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. That's what your thing was. That was a show that debuted at the same time as 30 Rock with a similar premise. It was like a
Did it
Saturday Night
really?
Live-esque, but that was like the Aaron Sorkin drama, and 30 Rock succeeded. They were on for like 10 or
Beat
15
Aaron
years.
Sorkin. Very nice.
Remember that one? Remember that show?
Yes,
at,
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I remember another one that came out. This is a little before that. It was called Wind on Water with Bo Derek. And it was like this family. They were all good looking, go figure, and they lived near the beach. And it was like the creepiest ad ever. It was like, you're 2 guys and you like to surf and you like to chase girls. And Bo Derek is your mother. It was like, was this a porno? Like, what the hell? And it lasted about 4 episodes. It had nothing. It had no legs. It was awful.
I think you should be the new voice of the Civic Media Radio Network. And pipes. Look at that. That was good.
I don't even know what I couldn't even recreate that if I tried. Stuart Waddles is my guest. He covers news. He is the Southeast Wisconsin news director here at Civic Media. And we always love when Stuart stops by. So what else was I going to ask you? Conrad, help me out here. What was I
We're going to talk Redford. You said you had Redford on your list.
Redford, yes, of course. So where are you at on Robert Redford? Obviously, you mourn him. You know he was a great actor. But do you have a favorite Redford movie?
Robert Redford, the environmentalist?
Or the activist?
Well, yeah, it's to me that's like the Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Ronald Reagan, the actor, because for me he wasn't my era. I mean, I'm Back to the Future, Ferris Bueller, and he was doing Legal Eagles at the time, so that wasn't my my
Right.
bag as a kid. But Quiz Show was good. I remember watching Quiz Show. That was a fine film.
Sneakers?
Yeah, I'm not well versed in the Redford.
Okay.
And I'm more familiar with his like activism work and Sundance work. that actual his work.
You are so highbrow. Just thank you for being here, even though you're like, no, I think when I got into Redford was because of like HBO when that came about in like 1980 and the movie channel and all these, they were putting on Electric Horseman and Jeremiah, whatever Jones or whatever. And all these Robert Redford movies were on. And that's how because most of those were made before my time too, but he was phenomenal. The guy was you've seen The Sting, right?
Yeah, I have. It's been a while though. I don't remember.
You got to rewatch.
It's been a long time.
That's a movie for the whole family. Show the kids.
Okay. Was that where I should start with Redford?
No, start with Wind on Water with Derek, and then go to your whole Redford catalog. All right, Stuart Waddles is here, folks. We are going to give him a Dolly. We're going to talk about Dolly Parton, do a little more of a deep dive, and then we'll do a quiz. Stuart Waddles has agreed to take our Nightlight Dolly Parton quiz. We have a quiz for everything. All right, we're coming right back. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
All right, just move yourself and you glide like the 747 and you lose yourself in the sky among the clouds in your heaven cause. Let this groove, I am confused, it's all right.
Reach, engage, grow with Civic Media. Log on civicmedia.us/advertise.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton. Improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Your local Civic Media radio station is your source for real news and great conversation, plus fun and exciting contests. For a complete list of contest rules, log on wgbw.fm/contest-terms. As Wisconsin is cheering on Bucky Badger. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
Connecting audiences, powering brands. This is Civic Media. Learn.
Love is like a butterfly, as soft and gentle as a sigh.
The multicolored moods of love like its satin wings. Love makes your heart feel strange inside. It flutters like soft wings in flight. Love is like a butterfly,
Welcome back.
a rare and gentle thing.
That is the wonderful Dolly Parton.
Feel it when you're with me.
And this is Pete Schwaba and Nite. What is that song called? Love is like a... That was a request from...
I've said if you're looking for some Dolly bumper music, I offered up a suggestion. That's a fine song.
I actually wanted to come back with something, and Conrad said Stuart already requested something. So I'm like,
You can have the next one.
Yeah.
You can have the next one. It's your show. I'll let you do it. You can get away with that.
I appreciate that. I had a great one queued up. So she had a kidney stone. She is one of those people who, I have to be honest, Stuart, like I was kind of indifferent about Dolly Parton most of my life. And I always I love the song Here You Come Again. And a few Dolly Parton songs that would come on. I don't even know if I knew they were Dolly Parton songs. I just knew her because of her, who she was and her image and, the big chest and all that kind of stuff when you're a kid. But she's a treasure. She is a national treasure. She is a nice person. She does tons of charity work. She's been in movies. She's had top 40 hits. How, if you even had to, what could you say bad about Dolly Parton?
I don't know. Let's find them. Who's saying something bad about Dolly?
Stone.
Where are they?
Right.
Let's go get them. Yeah, I had a strange introduction to Dolly. So
you met her?
Well, no, just in general in my life.
Oh, okay.
I was probably in kindergarten, and I had the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas soundtrack memorized.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had a strange introduction, and it's weird because you mentioned her physical attributes. To me, that as a kid, I'm watching Dolly, and that never registered to me. And for me, it's like almost I saw her as like a family member, and that was never a thing with Dolly. Like it was
so
like
cool.
like, oh, gross. You think that about Dolly? It's just so yeah. My introduction it started off in a weird place with Dolly, but yeah, she is a national treasure. She doesn't say anything bad about people. Keeps her most of her thoughts to herself.
I like how she keeps her thoughts to herself, but they kind of seep through sometimes, and you can tell she's a compassionate person who has empathy and sympathy. She's just a nice person, and I love her story. I love that she got to Nashville when she was like, what was it, like 16, and met that dude, Paul Thomas Anderson. No, it was not Paul.
Carl
Thomas
Dean.
Carl Dean.
And she was living in a house with like dirt on the floor.
Yeah, and she met him at a laundromat or something like that, and they just hit it off. I don't know. He was older than, I don't know. Was he wasn't like creepy older than her, was he? Was he just a few years or what?
Yeah, not too much. Yeah.
Okay. So she's got a great story. I love everything about it. Do you have a favorite Dolly Parton movie?
I mean, yeah, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Because it's got Dom DeLuise in it. It's got Bert in it.
Yeah.
Jim Neighbors. I mean, there's a lot to like about that film.
That's right. I totally forgot. I have to give that a rewatch because I saw that was one of the first ones that came on cable, and I think all my friends and I in the neighborhood were like, "Oh man, it's Best Little Whorehouse." So we watched
but then
it just for the title.
Yeah, and then you got Dom DeLuise singing about Texas has a whorehouse in it. So it's like a musical. I don't know. It was a strange part of my childhood. Looking back at things, it's weird that in kindergarten I was watching Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Oh, that's so fun.
And had it, and there wasn't. I mean, the movie wasn't. Graphic. There was one scene at 4750 that I'm not sure the exact time, but there was a scene that there was got explicit there for a minute. But other than that, I didn't remember that part. I just remember Dom DeLuise being funny and I Will Always Love You is right at the end.
Yeah. And that, and it's funny you say that because like that's like the equivalent of Bart Simpson and his friends going to see The Naked Lunch. They come out. I think it was like Jimbo or somebody goes, I can think of two things wrong with that title. All right. And what about song? Tell us about that song we just heard. Is that your favorite Dolly song?
Yeah, that's probably the best one. Why'd you come in here looking like that? In your high heel boots and your painted on jeans. That's a funny one.
Yeah.
I Will Always Love You is a classic.
Great.
I don't know why, but I like the Whitney Houston one, but I'm kind of mad about it. It's like, that's Dolly's song. How dare you? Jolene is a classic. Everybody's going to say Jolene, but yeah, Love Is Like a Butterfly. She does a duet with Brad Paisley, When I Get Where I'm Going. That's more of a recent one. That's something in the past 15, 20 years. That's a good one.
Yeah. I think I like most of her songs, but I will say that I Will Always Love You, Dolly Parton's version is better. And to me, that's a small, I understand why they made it a big production number in The Bodyguard. Whitney Houston has a beautiful voice. She's a great singer. But when she just bellows it and puts her arms out, it's too much. It's like overproduced.
Yeah.
Dolly's was just simple and sweet. And I heard a
whispering.
guy. And I was doing stand-up in somewhere, I don't know, probably Ohio or something. Vaguely remember this guy who was singing after the show, just an acoustic guy, and he sang it. Very kind of a small production, a guy in an acoustic guitar, and it's such a beautiful song.
Yeah, and do you know the origin? You know what that song's all about?
No.
So she was like kind of hired on, got her big break in the business from Porter Wagner. Porter Wagner wore the big nudie suits. He had a show, and he got Dolly into the game. And at some point, Dolly was leaving. She kind of was branching off and starting her own thing. And she wrote "I Will Always Love You" for Porter Wagner, the guy that got her big break.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I like a lot of the, look, I'm an Anne Murray fan. I admit that. I'm admitting that on the air.
Now we're talking.
Could I have this dance?
Even though we ain't got money.
Oh, man. That's another one. I heard a guy in the subway in Chicago singing that, and I've never heard anything more beautiful. And nobody will ever know who that guy is, but there's such beauty these people bestow upon us. Okay, so after the news, Stu, can we do the Dolly quiz? You ready? You warmed up?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
This is fantastic. Stuart Waddles is here, and my friend Tom Boyle says the Al Molinaro statue is also going to be a sundial. So there you go. It's Pete Schwaba Nightlight. We're coming back for Act 2 after intermission. Enjoy this Dolly Parton on behalf of Stuart Waddles, folks.
If it happens in Wisconsin, you'll hear
Local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. The CDC's vaccine advisory panel today voting to abolish its recommendation for the COVID-19 vaccine, meaning it's now everybody's personal choice to take the shot. HHS Secretary RFK Jr. still has to sign off on the panel's recommendations. The Senate voted down a House resolution that would have kept the government running past the end of the September budget deadline. President Trump this afternoon.
You could very well end up with a closed country for a period of time.
Democrats have their own version of a resolution that would preserve Affordable Care Act benefits. Sources tell us that U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, Eric Siebert, told co-workers today he intends to resign. President Trump in the Oval Office today saying, "I want him out." This after Siebert's office said they were unable to find incriminating evidence of mortgage fraud against New York Attorney General Letitia James. 3 Russian fighter jets accused of violating Estonia's airspace. NATO scrambling jets to intercept today. This is ABC News.
As Wisconsin as a fish fry on a Friday night, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
From the 97.9 WGBW Newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. A reminder for Green Bay area school students and parents, when you head back to school on Monday, students will need to have their clear backpacks. The district sent out a notice clarifying the new safety protocols that will go into effect starting Monday, the 22nd. In addition to the clear bag policy, school leaders say high school students who get in a fight or have weapons on them face mandatory suspension for multiple days at minimum. That suspension includes athletic teams and activities. The district says if a student continues to get into trouble, the school will recommend expulsion. They say no student who persistently engages in unsafe behavior will be returning to the school they're currently attending. The Packers are on the road this weekend, but the team is inviting fans to RSVP for a fan huddle. Not in Cleveland, but in Ireland. And oh yes, Packer fandom does spread that far. In fact, the huddle in Dublin will be hosted by the founder of the UK Packers fan club and popular Packers podcaster Stephen O'Brien. The event will feature special guest and former Packers running back Ryan Grant, who will meet and take photos with Packer fans. Attendees will also have the chance to enjoy a taste of Wisconsin with fan favorite foods inspired by a traditional Packers tailgate. The event in Dublin is one of several Packers Huddle events in Europe this fall, with later dates set for London and Berlin. The Huddles are part of the team's efforts to build the brand globally in conjunction with the NFL's Global Markets program. With news at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
As Wisconsin has a game of cribbage with good friends, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
A setback for the Pack. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NFL. The Packers head to Cleveland tomorrow to play the Browns Sunday at noon. Now, yesterday, Tucker Kraft went down with a knee injury and had to undergo testing. Head coach Matt LaFleur at today's press conference on what happened to their leading tight end.
He was practicing and got hurt. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. I don't think it'll be long term. So that's a positive.
Is IR a possibility?
I don't believe so.
College football, the Badgers at home tomorrow at Camp Randall against Maryland. Game time 11 a.m. It's Wisconsin's first conference game of the season. The Brewers with another win. They beat the Angels 5-2, completing a 3-game sweep. Tonight, the Brewers in St. Louis against the Cards. The magic number now at 4.
Tough road trip coming up with travel and all that kind of stuff. Night game, travel the next day and play. Can't take anything for granted. Just got to keep banging away.
That's Pat Murphy with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
As Wisconsin is dropping a line in your favorite fishing spot, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Tonight and tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Low tonight, upper 50s. High tomorrow in the low 70s. Partly sunny Sunday, maybe a stray shower, high mid-70s. Drier and pleasant weather into much of next week. It's 67 right now.
Lean Local with Jim Schmidt.
50,000 people die annually due to suicide. What are we doing locally? Join me with Jenny Young and Sarah Donovan.
Sunday mornings at 7 on 97.9 WGBW and the Civic Media app.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who loves the sin but hates the sinner, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to Nite, ladies and gentlemen. It is so great to have you here on this beautiful, amazing Friday night here in the state of Wisconsin. We are barreling through a show here, about to kick off Act 2. Stuart J. Waddles is my guest at the moment. We'll be back to Stuart in just a minute. He's going to take a Dolly Parton quiz that Conrad and I teamed up to make. It's all multiple choice, so he has a fighter's chance, and it doesn't sound like he needs one because he's a big Dolly Parton fan. We're talking about Dolly Parton with Stuart. And then it is a Barr Band Friday night. Terry Barr will be here at 7:35 with new music and a winning personality. Hey, do you know anyone more pleasant than Terry Barr?
I don't think so.
No. Even your mom?
Well,
Paula? She used to pack your lunch, for God's sakes. Pick the right answer.
My mom's a great lady.
She's a wonderful person. Our question of the night is, what is in your sack lunch? It is National something. What is it? Lunch Day or something? I forgot. I only used it for the question.
National Pack Your Lunch Day?
Pack your lunch. Love your lunch. I
Love
think
your
is what
lunch
it is.
day. Do you see what other day it is, by the way?
Oh, it's Talk Like go ahead.
Arg.
Yeah, I know it's National Talk Like a Pirate Day. Just
it's
swab
also
the deck during
it's
the break.
also it's like work until 4 day.
Okay.
And I said not Nightlight.
No.
We don't celebrate the national holiday, okay?
And a lot of people probably work till 4. I'm not staying that late. Edward in the 414 says Vegemite, Branson's pickle, and a plowman sandwich. Then again, I'm Scottish. Thank you, Edward from the 414. I haven't heard the term Vegemite sandwich since the Men at Work song Down Under. And I've heard it's not an appealing looking sandwich. I've never tried one. Tyler from Wisconsin Rapids, he's in the 608, says, I got a rock. A little Charlie Brown action there. Thank you, Tyler. We'll get back to some more of your texts, too. We just got some new ones. In fact, Melissa had a great one. Let's we're going to read that, but make a note of that one. She had a good idea. All right, we're going to get back to our guest, Stuart J. Waddles. He covers news for Southeast Wisconsin here on at Civic Media. He doesn't just cover news. You're the news director. You can boss the news around, Stuart. That's what I get out of that.
Yeah, the wide-ranging department.
Do you get to see Don Rosen on a daily basis?
No, I don't wanna. What?
I was just gonna say, do you get to see Don Rosen on a daily basis?
Not on a daily basis, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I see Don every day. I mean, he's on a different kind of part of yeah. I see Don.
Okay.
Sometimes he's in a different room where we actually don't, cross paths.
Oh, you don't interact.
Sometimes I see him through a window.
What
Try
about
and catch him on the way out though?
Rich Locascio.
Yeah, I like Rich.
You see Rich?
I turned him on to you. I set you guys up because he's a wrestling guy.
Yeah, no, I know you like him. I just didn't know if your paths crossed on a daily basis or not.
Yeah, cross paths with him. Got a sales guy in there that I worked at a previous radio station with, Steve Salzman. Bloody good rep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, sounds like things are really cooking down there.
They are, yeah.
And Rich Locascio, did you know he does? Or do we have that wrestling thing, Con? Can you find that?
Yeah, I mean, I have it right now if you want me to
Let's
play
hear the Pine Tree Mauler one. This is Rich Locascio.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rich Locascio. You're listening to Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. I would like to introduce to you the Pine Tree Mauler from Marinette, Wisconsin. He is Pete Schwaba!
I mean, I have the chills.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, that kind of intro right there. That gets you pumped up.
My wrestling talent ends right there, though. I think I could take Rich. I'm not trying to start anything. He'll be here on Wednesday. Maybe we can just have a little wrestling.
Yeah, I can set up a ring.
Would that be weird?
It looks like you got some room behind you there.
Why don't you guys both shut up? I'm not wrestling Rich Locascio. All right. So, Stuart, we have a Dolly Parton. You're obviously a big fan. You know more than Dolly Parton than anybody I've ever met, certainly. But let's do this quiz. This is going to be a fun quiz. It's multiple choice. Again, not that you need it. You seem very well versed in the career of Dolly Parton. But we're going to do this quiz. Conrad, you got the sound effects ready? It's just, okay. What if he doesn't get it right, though? You just going to do that? Okay. You talk like a pirate.
Arg.
That's what we'll do. Stu, if you don't get
Walk
one,
the
Conrad has to say that. Okay. So here we go. Our Nightlight Dolly Parton quiz, collaborative effort between Conrad and myself and ChatGPT. And we're going to give that to, I know you can't say that. We're going to give that to Stuart Waddles right now. Here we go. Question.
Okay.
Number 9. What the hell's that? All right, hold on.
9. Let's start at 1.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. In which movie did Dolly Parton sing I Will Always Love You to Burt Reynolds while he was in the bathtub? Was it A, 9 to 5, B, Rhinestone, C, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, or D, Steel Magnolias?
Steel Magnolias. No, that's Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
There we go.
That's ending the album right there.
I kind of knew that would you know, after what we led up to for the news.
But that's all right.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one, just to get you started.
Yeah.
Number 2. What movie did Dolly Parton star in with Dabney Coleman, Lily Tomlin, and Jane Fonda? Was it A, Steel Magnolias? Conrad's got hooked up on Steel. B, 9 to 5, C, Rhinestone, or D, Straight Talk?
Yeah, that's 9 to 5.
9 to
Dabney
5.
Coleman. What a fun name. That's a fun name to say. It's a fun name to think about. That guy was good.
I have to admit, I totally forgot about Straight Talk.
Yeah. She was
Did
in
you see it?
I saw Straight Talk. I remember seeing Rhinestone too. She was in a movie with Sly Stallone.
Stallone, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine actor.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of Dolly Parton, in my opinion. But all right, number 3. What is the full name of Dolly Parton's husband who recently passed away? Is it A, Charles Dean Smith, B, Carl Thomas Dean, C, Thomas Carl Parton, or D, Carl Dean Johnson?
Carl Dean. That's Carl Dean.
Carl Dean.
D. How about we go D? It was Carl Dean Thomas, right? No?
Conrad,
Carl
how
Thomas
do we not-
Dean?
We
She
don't
called
even
him
have the right. We don't even have
No,
the right.
it's B.
She called him Carl Dean.
Oh, Carl Thomas Dean. Okay, there. I didn't think we
I
had the
don't know
right
about
answer.
Thomas.
You said it wrong.
Dolly
I
called
blame
him Carl
ChatGPT.
Dean.
Carl Dean, yeah. He was her CD. Okay, here we go. Number 4. What is the and he got that right. He's 3 for 3. Stuart J. Waddles is crushing our Dolly Parton quiz. It gets harder as we go on. Here we go.
Okay.
What is the name of Dolly Parton's theme park?
Wee!
Theme park in Tennessee. Is it A, Dollywood, B, Smoky Mountain Wood? D,
You're saying these all wrong. A was Dolly Land.
I thought Smoky Mountain Wood would have sounded better than World. Because, it's like a, all right. C, Dollywood, or D, Parton Park.
It should be Parton Park, but I'm going to go C. Lock it in. Dollywood.
Dollywood, baby. All right.
There
4
last
for
year.
4. Were you
Before
really?
it was Dollywood, she bought it. It was an existing amusement park called Silver Dollar City, but Dolly bought in the early '80s, and they rebranded, and it's
Oh,
Dollywood
wow.
now and Dollywood forever.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay. I read that because I'm very sophomoric, and I wrote a script later where the guy's last name was Longwood, so I had to work. Wood. We've got a stream comment from Sydney Politics says, "Jesus, I thought you were doing this because Dolly passed away." LOL.
Oh,
She's still
I don't want to
good.
do that to anybody. I apologize
Sydney,
for that.
No, we could take a quiz. It doesn't have to be a death. I mean, come on. Thank you. for the
Celebrate
comment.
Dolly.
Right. Celebrate her while she's alive. Exactly. Number 5. What year did Dollywood open its doors? A, 2025, B, 1946, C, 1986, or D, 2001?
It's going to be 86, but as I said prior, Silver Dollar City existed, I believe, in 81, 82. They started carving up that mountain in Pigeon Forge.
Fantastic. I love it. Number 6. Stuart is 5 for 5, by the way, for those of you scoring at home, and I'm sure you all are. In the film Steel Magnolias, what was Dolly Parton's profession? Was it A, nurse, B, chef, C, salon owner, D, librarian, or F, welder?
Ooh, an F. No, she owned the salon.
Oh, very well done. Do these get harder, Conrad? Because I feel
Well,
like
they are getting a little bit harder. I mean,
Stuart does have kids. He probably wants to. Okay.
No.
Number 7. Dolly Parton starred opposite Sylvester Stallone in which 1984 comedy? A, Urban Cowboy, B, Rhinestone, C, Country Strong, or D, The Singing Stallion?
yeah, it's Rhinestone.
Yes.
I like the Singing Stallion though. That's I might have seen that one once. Wasn't that Sylvester Stallone before he became a big movie star? Was that the one it was called?
He's the Italian Stallion.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a
movie.
He was an
Do you
adult
watch-
film, right? He was in
He was.
yeah.
But he wasn't. He didn't do sex. He was just like the guy in the background. Who was that?
He's standing back here. I'm gonna watch.
I have such a love-hate relationship with Sylvester Stallone. Rocky, it's just phenomenal. Rambo, the first 2, really fun. But man, has he done some junk. And he's hard to watch sometimes.
Cobra? You a big Cobra fan? Yeah.
Was that the one where he had the match in his mouth?
Yeah,
He just kept
the
match in
Cobra
his
and
mouth.
Stopper My Mom Will Shoot. Was he in that one too?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Copland was good, though. He was good
Yeah,
in Copland.
Copland was good. Yeah, but he makes
Not
I mean, Rocky, it gives him the card to do whatever he wants. He made all those Rocky
Correct.
movies.
He kind of opened with a showstopper, which was probably not very smart, but hey, what are you going to do? You don't know that at the time. All right, back to our Dolly Parton quiz. Stewart is 7 for 7, by the way, and this quiz shows no sign of let up in sight for me or Conrad. Number 8, in Rhinestone, what is Dolly's character trying to teach Sylvester Stallone's character to do? A, ride a horse, B, cook Southern food, C, be a country singer, or D, open a bar?
I think it's C, but it's been a while since I've seen that one. Yeah.
Oh, God, even the one he hasn't seen in a while, he crushes. All right, number 9, Stewart is 8 for 8. This is embarrassing, Conrad. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I blame ChatGPT, okay?
You know what? I noticed these answers aren't as funny because ChatGPT is not funny.
Yeah.
They used to put outlandish stuff on here. We're done with ChatGPT.
I got to make quizzes myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here we go. Number 9. What is the name of the character Dolly played in Stray Talk 1992? Was it A, Daisy Lou, B, Shirley West, C, Shirley Kenyon, D, Maggie Bell?
I think this is going to be the first loss. I'm just going to say A, but I'm not confident in it.
Stuart.
Arg.
When it out, Charlie out. It was C, Shirley Kenyon. Nothing to be ashamed
Can't win them
of.
all, huh?
No, you're doing great. You're embarrassing.
No questions about Kenny, huh? Oh, because that's what I thought when
Well-
I was a kid. I thought Kenny and Dolly were married.
Hold on a second. I know we do have a kid. Yeah, okay. Let's just jump right
all
to
right,
that.
all right.
Okay. Number 13, if you will. Dolly Parton co-starred with Kenny Rogers on which famous duet? A, You Light Up My Life. B, The Dance. C, Islands in the Stream. D, Endless Love.
It's Islands in the Stream.
Yes.
But they also do a great Christmas song, Christmas to Remember. They did a Christmas special in the early 80s. And you can
That's
pull that up
right.
on YouTube. That's a seasonal thing in our household.
Nice. I forgot all about that one. And
Good
I
one.
need some new Christmas material. All right. We got, let's squeeze a couple. The quiz was only 13. So that was the last question. Let's bounce back here.
You know, that's about, it's about 7 more than I thought it should be. There's a lot of questions there.
Well, you're just so entertaining. We just thought we would prolong this. It's Friday. Give us a
Yeah,
break. Number 11. What was the name of Dolly Parton's first country hit single? A, Jolene. B, Coat of Many Colors. C, Dumb Blonde. D, Here You Come Again.
I think Jolene came before Coat of Many Colors, but I'm not 100%. But I'm going to say, let's go Jolene. Let's lock it in.
Arg.
Oh,
Arr.
the pirate voice.
Coat of Many
means-
Colors came in first, huh?
Since you embarrassed us so much, we're going to end it on that note, Stuart. You
all
just
right,
crushed the
all right.
quiz. Dude, always fun. Keep up the great work. Outstanding to see you, buddy.
Good seeing you too.
All right.
See you,
that's
Pete.
Stuart
See you, Connie.
Waddles. You got it, buddy. Check out his work if you're down in Southeast Wisconsin on WRJ, and he does great work. We are coming right back to read your text. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Things went right, it doesn't mean they were always wrong. Just take this song and you'll never be.
From Hobart to Bay Settlement, 97.9 WGBW.
Do you think you're stronger than local police and first responders? It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411 for you. And I bet I got your attention because the 10th annual Unity Walk Fall Fest is on Saturday, September 20th from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. This event celebrates unity, fun, and the fall spirit. You can enjoy live music by local artists, games for all ages, a raffle, and a friendly tug-of-war game with police and first responders. It's a perfect day out for the whole family, so check it out by going to WGBW.FM and clicking events.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Wisconsin. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Your local Civic Media radio station is your source for real news and great conversation, plus fun and exciting contests. For a complete list of contest rules, log on wgbw.fm/contest. Local news.
Welcome back. This is Nite with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me on this Friday. Conrad Krieger working the board. We are in the throes of Act 2 here. That was fun talking to Stuart Waddle. He is always great to have on the show. Let's get through some of these texts. Our question of the night, folks, it's a good one. It's National Love Your Lunch Day. So the question is, what's in your sack lunch? You can go back to childhood. You can tell us what you bring to work now. There are no right or wrong answers. Jim from Appleton, he's in the 920. He says, I was a Packers fan all through the 70s and 80s. We had such memorable quarterbacks like Jerry, Randy Wright, John Hale, Scott Carpenter, the best one, and still my favorite was Lynn Dickey. Where did this come from? Was that when we were talking about the Packers?
Yeah, because
so long. Am I that far behind on text?
I mean, Jim was, through the bad Packer years too. So
yeah, he was.
He's a Packers fan.
Well, he just said his favorite is Lynn Dickey. I mean, that poor guy.
I mean, that's just a cool name.
It is. It's not as bad. It's not as good as John Longwood. Thank you, Jim. Monica from Mount Horeb says, took to the office Monday, cantaloupe, tomatoes, and green peppers, all from my garden. Oh, man, that sounds good. And cheese and crackers, not from my garden. You don't grow cheese and crackers in your garden, Monica?
No, I don't. I think you need a special plant.
I thought you had a green thumb. Yeah. All right, thank you, Monica, in the 608. Jim from Appleton again. My sack lunch all through school, and the first 10 years of work was 2 slices of big bologna. It's just a funny word. Bologna.
That's what it should.
I know.
It's I like that.
1 slice of cheese and Miracle Whip, an apple, and a can of RC Cola. That is old school, baby. I can't stand big bologna anymore. Big bologna anymore. I still like apples and RC Cola, though. That's awesome, Jim. Thank you. John from Madison says, good evening, Peter and Conrad. Love you guys. Thanks for the great shows every night. Oh, well, thank you, John. Outstanding to hear that. I got the chills, Conrad.
Yeah,
I just got a chill.
I felt it too.
Grab my shawl out of the car.
Okay.
John also says Mannix and Beretta are both great, both a great revisit. I don't think I could do Beretta just because Robert Blake turned out to be such a creep. And I live 3 blocks from the restaurant where he shot his wife in the car. That was so weird. But I do remember watching Beretta, and I did like it. Mannix, on the other hand, all over that, buddy. John says, How I Met is a must-watch for humans.
I agree.
He limits it to humans, though. I don't know what to make of that.
I don't know. I think dogs would like it, too.
Mark from Prairie du Sac says 9 to 5. Yeah, little Dolly talk there. Love it, Mark. Thank you. Melissa from Willie Street in Madison says, hi, guys. Just a suggestion here. I love this con. You should do a push notification for the question of the night on the app. Can we do that?
I'll get my tools.
Do you have push capabilities? You've been working out.
Maybe if I get my tools.
All right, get the tools. I think there's a slide rule over there. Let's do that. That's a great suggestion. Thank you, Melissa. John, Melissa's other half. I won't say better half. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. Best pack lunch. Mom's PB&J and Scooby thermos of chicken noodle soup. Wow. John's mom loved them. 2 chocolate milks and a cup of fruit cocktail, obviously. I don't know if that's obvious, John, but yeah, all right.
How are you feeling about fruit cocktails?
I mean, it's not as healthy as fruit, but I'll eat it. It's probably better than a Little Debbie snack cake.
The sugar is, it could replicate a Little Debbie snack cake.
Yeah, that's probably true. John says 70s pack lunch was amazing because moms were so competitive. Oh, that's interesting. Dave, who is usually on the stream, but texting us old school tonight, says butter bread with government cheese.
Nothing like it.
Yeah, baby. The butter bread, I'll take that.
You know, I used to like butter bread, but now it has to be toasted for me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just butter on. In fact, it's
if
disgusting.
it's toasted and there's some butter on it, then I'm like, you know what? It's good.
Even if you're at a fish fry, it's kind of gross.
No,
That's the only place.
I forgot. I love rye bread, so I don't agree with that.
And
And
not
onions
toasted?
on it. The rye bread with the butter and the onions, dynamite.
All right, before we bring our pal Terry Barr on, because it is a Barr Band Friday night, folks, we are going to play a clip that I think is really funny. This comedian, Gary Gulman, he's the guy, and we'll play this one night on this show. He does the state abbreviation bit, which is maybe the funniest bit I've ever heard, but it's like 5 minutes long. But tonight, here's a little taste of Gary Gulman.
Millennials, they're just much more accepting of each other. They feel safe around each other, accepting. They're accepting of non-conforming gender roles and identities. And I grew up at a time the definition of manhood was so narrow. You were either Clint Eastwood or you were Richard Simmons. There was nothing in between. There were no Paul Rudds. No kind-eyed Mark Ruffalo's. You had to be so hard.
Mark
Ruffalo.
I love it.
That's a Boston thing. He's right, though. I remember that thinking, I liked when there was a little bit less testosterone in the world. It lasted a little while. Now it's back to craziness. But like where I grew up, my neighborhood where we grew up, if you got hot or overheated in the summer, you did not wear shorts. That meant you were soft. You wore blue jeans, and if you got hot, you took your shirt off, your T-shirt, and you tucked it in your back pocket. So we looked like numbskulls walking around with no shirt and pants. And when I moved to Wisconsin, Conrad, I'm not kidding, everybody, like they were kind of ahead of the time. People wore shorts. I was like, this is not too bad.
I mean, I wear shorts in the winter, so.
I know you do.
Maybe
you got longs on tonight, though.
Maybe
what's going on there?
Laundry
day?
I got this package.
Pause.
I ordered this one of my favorite brands, Fabletics. I ordered and they said it was going to be here next Thursday.
Okay.
But it showed up today.
So you were excited to wear it. I thought maybe you didn't have shorts on hand.
It also could be laundry day, but I was excited.
Bottom line, Conrad's wearing pants, which is always a good thing. We are coming right back with Terry Barr. It is a Barr Band Friday night, folks. Stay with us. Half hour to go, and then we are officially at the weekend. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
With you, I really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM. As Wisconsin is brats on the grill for a tailgate, this is the Civic Media Radio Network.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. The CDC's vaccine advisory panel today voting to abolish its recommendation for the COVID-19 vaccine, meaning it's now everybody's personal choice to take the shot. HHS Secretary RFK Jr. still has to sign off on the panel's recommendations. The Senate voted down a House resolution that would have kept the government running past the end of the September budget deadline. President Trump this afternoon.
You could very well end up with a closed country for a period of time.
Democrats have their own version of a resolution that would preserve Affordable Care Act benefits. Sources tell us that U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, Eric Siebert, told co-workers today he intends to resign. President Trump in the Oval Office today saying, I want him out. This after Siebert's office said they were unable to find incriminating evidence of mortgage fraud against New York Attorney General Letitia James. 3 Russian fighter jets accused of violating Estonia's airspace. NATO scrambling jets to intercept today. This is ABC News.
A setback for the Pack. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NFL. The Packers head to Cleveland tomorrow to play the Browns Sunday at noon. Now, yesterday, Tucker Kraft went down with a knee injury and had to undergo testing. Head coach Matt LaFleur at today's press conference on what happened to their leading tight end.
He was practicing and got hurt. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. I don't think it'll be long term. So that's a positive.
Is IR a possibility?
I don't believe so.
College football, the Badgers at home tomorrow at Camp Randall against Maryland. Game time 11 a.m. It's Wisconsin's first conference game of the season. The Brewers with another win. They beat the Angels 5-2, completing a 3-game sweep. Tonight, the Brewers in St. Louis against the Cards. The magic number now at 4.
Tough road trip coming up with travel and all that kind of stuff. Night game, travel the next day and play. Can't take anything for granted. Just got to keep banging away.
That's Pat Murphy with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Paul Newman's daughter Nell had some nice things to say about her father's bond with Robert Redford, who passed away earlier this week, saying what her dad loved about Redford was that he was a philanthropist, but he didn't seek a lot of attention for being a philanthropist. She also shared that Redford is the one who inspired Newman to become more charitable and more of an environmentalist. Paul Newman said years ago, Bob was ahead of the game. Here's one of Pete's picks. If you haven't seen the documentary Long Shot on Netflix, check it out. It's only 45 minutes long and tells the story of a Los Angeles man wrongfully accused of murder who has trouble proving his alibi, which was being at a Dodger game. The story is heartfelt, but also makes one realize how easy it is for someone to be accused and how difficult it can be to prove your innocence. The best thing about the film is a certain TV star who comes to the man's aid. The film is riveting and a total feel-good. Check out Long Shot on Netflix. For more showbiz fun, tune into Night Light with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Download the Civic Media app in the Google Play or Apple App Store and take us everywhere. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Tonight and tomorrow, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Low tonight, upper 50s. High tomorrow in the low 70s. Partly sunny Sunday, maybe a stray shower, high mid-70s. Drier and pleasant weather into much of next week. Currently, it's 66.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
This week, time to check out original music with Barr Band Friday on Night Light. Now, your host, Pete Schwaba, and special guest, Terry Barr.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Barr Band Friday night. And that means every Friday, just about every Friday, our pal Terry Barr joins us with new music, fun conversation, and it's just an all-around swell time, even though I can't. Conrad, the screen is out again. Oh, I need the tool. I cannot see Terry.
The tools.
I don't know what to do. Terry, can you see me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all we need, right? It's radio, for God's sake.
Yeah, okay.
How are you tonight?
I am good, Pete. How are you and Conrad?
Doing very well. And I'll speak for Conrad because I know he's doing well because I can see him through the glass. I wish I could see you, but I'm sure you're doing well. Are you at home tonight? Are you at a show? What's happening?
No, this fine evening, I'm happy to be at home. And when you and I are done, I think I'm going to take a peek at that Brewers game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're having it. Did you hear? You did hear Mike Clemens last night because you texted or you dropped us a stream comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when Mike is on any of our shows, but you
so
guys
great.
were really fun.
He's just a great guy. I love
He is. Isn't he the best? Oh my gosh.
He doesn't even
And
cover
his
my teams, and I
stories
still love him.
behind the scenes are so interesting.
Oh, yeah. How about that one about Pat Murphy?
Yes.
I love
Oh
that
my
story.
gosh.
He is so much fun. All right. So,
Yeah.
Terry, I have to ask you, do
Okay.
you have a a sack lunch? Do you remember what you brought to school, or what do you bring to work like nowadays? Because that's our question of the night. It's National
That's
Love
a
Your Lunch
good
Day.
one.
Yeah.
You will laugh. When I was a kid, we were not allowed to take the sack lunch. We had to eat hot lunch.
Oh, that's not too bad,
You
though, is
know, but when my grandmother would stay with us, if my parents were away, she would let us take a sack lunch because we thought that was really cool.
it? That's fantastic.
So
You know
what
what?
did we have? I think it was often my grandmother's peanut butter and jelly, but she was a big baker, so we'd always have like these really great cookies or bars or something that we could take with us. And that's when the other kids were jealous of what we were having.
Isn't that great when the other kids are jealous of you?
Of your sack lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God, when I was a kid, my best friend in the neighborhood was this Italian kid, big Italian family, and his mom used to make these meals were incredible. But that's all she did all day was cook. And my mom would make like tuna noodle casserole. You know, she had 5 kids in 6 years. She just put anything out there to feed us. And it was fine. But I was always a little envious of the other kids.
And if they had their windows open next to you in the home next to you, I bet you could smell that coming out of the kitchen.
Absolutely. It smelled amazing.
That is so beautiful.
And the worst thing was, and it was kind of this way at school too, we never got soda. Like my mom, my friend, they would always have like Pepsi bottles on the table, and we never got to have soda.
No, we had to have milk. But sometimes with the hot lunch, you would drink your milk, and if you hated what you had for hot lunch, you would put some of it in the milk carton and throw it away.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't want to get caught with that on my plate and get in trouble.
Exactly. When I moved to Wisconsin, I went to Marinette Catholic Central High School. They had a hot lunch there, and it was in the gym. And I remember the public school saying, "Oh, we have a choice. It's like pasta or a burger or tacos, like all this stuff." And we had to kind of eat what was served to us. And they used to serve us like something called hot dish, which I didn't know. I was like, "What? That's not even a food. What is hot dish?"
Yeah.
It's
And if
like
you
a
pick it
casserole.
apart, you still can't figure out what it is. Oh, but we would always call them
exactly.
the lunch ladies. What are the lunch ladies doing right now?
I don't know. They were awesome. I did love the lunch ladies, but the meals.
It's fun to talk about now.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hey, this is great. All right. I feel like I told Conrad this is my first full week in like 3 weeks because of circumstances. So it's great to have you here. Let's jump into some music. Who should we talk about first, Terry?
Let's start with Taylor,
Okay.
only because he's one of those musicians where he's been around a really long time, but we've had a couple of these where we've talked about the voice kind of went quiet for a while.
Right.
Now he has some new music out again, and we're going to hear it right here.
All right. Let's hear Taylor. Am I saying it? Is it Sherrick?
Yeah, exactly. He's from the
Taylor
Madison area, and this is his brand new song, and it's called Out to Play.
Love it.
The clouds start to clear and it's all that we can think about. The sun's coming out and now the time to play is almost here. Isolating feels like fading deep into a hole. Feeling energy I haven't felt in ages, because we all were trapped inside our dirty cages. Now I'm coming out to play, now we're coming out to play. I wake up one day and open up my eyes. I can't believe what I see, I crack a smile. I wake up one day and see this hate die. Now I'm coming out to play, now we're coming out to play. It feels so good to be reunited with love again. Here's to all the loved ones, I call my family and my friends. Celebrating, feeling the rays of light that hit my soul. energy I haven't felt in ages. Because we all were trapped inside of dirty cages. Now I'm coming out to play. Now we're coming out to play. I wake up one day and open up my eyes. I can't believe what I see. I crack a smile. I wake up one day and see this hate die. Now I'm coming out to play. Now we're coming out to play.
That was great, Terry.
Great? And it's like starting over fresh.
I want to say maybe I've either heard him on Max Inc. Radio before, or you've talked about him here. I know I've heard him before. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Well, and his band is his family, which I think is amazing. And they don't play out a lot. They've been quiet for a little while. If you want to hear an entire show, though, with Taylor, they were recently on Max Inc. Radio with us, so you can catch the podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to civicmedia.us, Max Inc. Radio, and check it out. Yeah, he's great. I love him. And I saw that in his bio that he performs with his uncle. His uncle is like the drummer or bass player or something like
Yeah,
that. That's
yes,
pretty cool.
yes. And then his dad will join him on lead guitar very often. So that little woo guitar you heard, that's his dad.
That's really cool. He also has, I found this, he has a cover band called the Foo Foo Dolls.
Yes, that is right. Yeah. And they're, total cover band. They do a lot of 90s. And I'm wondering now that we're talking about him, I think this project, the Foo Foo Dolls, even though it's covers, I think that's pulled him away more from the family band, which is,
oh, really?
What do? You're getting booked as the Foo Foo Dolls, you do it, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not getting booked as much with your original music, but I'm so happy that we can share it with you.
It's surprising too, because his original music is really good. But you're right, you get paid. I mean, if they're throwing money at you, it's tough not to get. And especially '90s music right now is so huge. It's like the '70s when we were growing up, or the '60s.
Right.
So, let's do. All right. So your next artist is Adam Gruel. Am I saying that right?
You are.
Love this guy. He's got many different bands, Terry. His music, he's part of a progressive bluegrass band called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Love that.
Yep.
He also has a band called the Space Burritos and the High Hawks. Tell us about Adam Gruel.
This guy is amazing. And I interviewed him, I want to say maybe a year ago. And he's from central Wisconsin. He is over in the Driftless now because he loves to fish. And his two favorite things are fishing and music. And when I interviewed him, he said, Terry, I have got it all now. My life is wonderful. I do the two things I love the most.
That is
I think
really,
that's
you
just
could do a
fabulous.
lot
That's
worse.
all. It's our goal, right? To
Yeah.
find that.
Absolutely. Why don't we play his song now and let it take us to the break, and then we'll wrap up and say a couple things about couple great things about Adam Greuel. Does that sound good, Terry?
Sounds great. One thing, if people have seen Charlie Barron's, Adam opens as a solo artist for Charlie Barron's when Charlie is out doing his comedy.
Oh, that's so interesting because you don't hear that. Usually it's the comedian first.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's kind of an interesting choice. Where is he based out of, Terry?
He is now in the Driftless area. So that's
Oh,
like
right,
the
okay.
Viroqua area. Yeah, of southwest Wisconsin.
Has he been on Max Inc. Radio?
He was on as an interview with me, and he played live on both ends of our interview during the pandemic. And then I did another interview with him about a year ago, but he is so busy with all of these bands and he travels all over the place. We have not been able to get him settled down, should I say, on a Saturday night to join us.
What about, does he have a show coming up that we know? Oh, here's what we'll do. We're going to do a quick break because we kind of ran short on time.
Okay.
And I have no screen. I can't see time. Conrad's just flashing me fingers and I can't tell if he's being obscene or actually telling me.
Be careful,
what's 100
Conrad.
times. So we'll do this. We'll do a quick break. We'll come back and listen to Adam Greuel, and we'll wrap up with our pal Terry Barr on a Barr Band Friday night is Pete Schwaba and Night Light. We're coming right back.
Someone's living for their love. Someone's living for their lover. And I love her. I love her.
As Wisconsin is cheering on Bucky Badger. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
As a U.S. Navy veteran and business owner, I've lived through moments where every detail counts, and I carry that into mass appeal. That's why I personally ensure we deliver top quality promotional materials like t-shirts, sweatshirts, and more to help your company, whether it is a local business or school, gain the visibility it needs to thrive. Your logo is our business, and we're here to make your vision come true.
Go to massappealwi.com or drop by their shop on Lineville Road, just off Highway 41.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. From fighting wildfires with air support, helping civilians in flooded neighborhoods, to delivering food and supplies to those who have lost everything, the Army National Guard always responds when disaster strikes. The Army National Guard also trains to be ever vigilant against threats, foreign and domestic. They protect our skies with missile defense weaponry. They secure our information, communications, and infrastructure with cybersecurity. And they protect us against chemical, biological, and radiological hazards with the civilian support team. The Army National Guard also stands ready to deploy and provide support for conflicts or humanitarian missions abroad. Join the Army National Guard and be there to respond, protect, and support your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Your local Civic Media radio station is your source for real news and great conversation, plus fun and exciting contests. For a complete list of contest rules, log on wgbw.fm/contest-terms. Local news, weather, and sports on air and streaming on the Civic Media app. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Welcome back. Conrad, it is almost the weekend. Terry Barr is here. This is the way you kick off a weekend, folks. I feel bad for all of you that you don't get to take Terry Barr, who helps us launch into the weekend every week. Terry Barr is here. It's a Barr Band Friday night. We were talking about the artist Adam Grewal. And anything else you need to tell us before we hear this song? I love this. Progressive
I
Blue
want
Light.
everybody to put this on their calendar, and it means you got to move fast because
Okay.
Adam and his band, the Space Burritos, headlining the Friends of Rapids Music Festival tomorrow.
Oh,
in
no way.
Wisconsin Rapids. Robinson
Nice.
Park starts at noon, goes to 9 p.m., and it's free. Music all day, including a polka band.
For those prices, you can't afford not to go. That is outstanding. All right, here is our second feature of the night here on Barr Band Friday night, Adam Grewal.
I hope the musketeer and the sweet northern lights shine in your bedroom and wake you up at night. I hope the band's still playing when it's bar time. And I hope that you know not all lyrics need to rhyme. I hope there's still dollar beers when my nephew's 21. I hope there's still cold water in the Cedar Run. I hope you don't get so low that you don't give a damn about the falls, falling leaves, or the loving, holding hands. And I wish I could take your pain away, throw it up to the sky like a clay pigeon, blast it on its way. Wish I could take your pain away. Sometimes it's hard to say how we're gonna make it through the day. Wish I could take your pain away. I hope prayers run wild past the winter freeze. I hope tomorrow forever can stay right where it needs. I hope the road that you live on always keeps you in mind. And I hope that when you sleep, you wonder and you wind. I hope that all your old friends still feel brand new. And I hope you know that loving will love you right back too. I wish you all my best. Keep on wishing on, and know that your wishes never really are all gone. Wish I could take your pain away, throw it up to the sky like a clay pigeon, blast it on its way. Wish I could take your pain away. Sometimes it's hard to say how we're gonna make it through the day. Wish I could take your pain away.
That was Take Your Pain Away by Adam Grewell. Compliments of Terry Barr. Great song.
Isn't that wonderful? And
He's got a great voice.
He's got such a good voice. And I love the line where he says, you can learn that songs don't all have to rhyme.
All right. That is outstanding, Terry. Batting 1,000, as always. Thank you for bringing us this music every week. It's just so much fun to talk to you and to hear new tunes. It's outstanding. Thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you for having me on the show with you and allowing me to bring this music to everybody.
Always. Enjoy your weekend at home.
You too.
All right. Thanks, Terry. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Everybody out there, have a great weekend.
Thank you, my friend. That's Terry Barr, folks. Listen to Max Inc. Radio if you're in the Madison area tomorrow from 6 to 9, or go to the app and you can play it there too if you're out of radio range. It is such a great show, an award-winning show. Terry is an award-winning host on Max Inc., and she's got a slew of awards. Always fun to have Terry on the show. Monday night, folks, I'll be in Madison with in the studio, two in-studio guests, Conrad. Eric Jellin.
Yeah.
From the Mascot Theory will be there. Terry introduced us to Eric. He's coming in on Tuesday. He's got 2 songs he's going to play for us. And then Jim Healy from UW Cinematheque and the Wisconsin Film Festival. Jim and I are going to do a deep dive into all things movies. It'll be a lot of fun in Madison on Monday night. Are we doing it? I can't see anything. How are we doing?
We got one.
We got 1 minute?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make the best of it.
All right. Sounds
We'll play your clip. Play that clip on Monday.
Sounds good.
All right. My thanks to Stuart Waddles. Always fun to talk to Stuart, and Terry Barr. Thank you for all your texts and calls and helping us make our Friday that much more lovely. It's been a lot of fun here on Nite Lite tonight. On behalf of the lovable producer, Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba. Have a great weekend. Good night, Wisconsin.
For service and devotion, you would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch him shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's